I am married, divorced, married. I was with my first wife for 10 years, and I've been with my current wife for 21 years. Together, we have 5 children. And it warms my heart to say that they are all very close. I have 2 with my first wife and 3 with my current, and their closeness is strongly an attribute that I can completely put on the beauty of my wife as what many would call a stepmother. She's the greatest stepmother of all time. To my wife, I say, thank you, babe, always. You are doing an excellent job. Now, I stand before you as a flawed man. And before, let me just introduce you to my beautiful family. But I stand before you as a flawed man. And many of my flaws, or at least one of them, showed up in my first marriage, big time. That had to do with, well, before I get into that, I can honestly say that now my current wife looks at me a little bit better. I'm doing a better job at my marriage. In fact, my current wife, she describes me as kind, generous, and responsible. And in her specific words, she'll say, well, you're kind of generous with the amount of time you're spending with your friends when you could be home being responsible and cleaning this kitchen. That's a joke, yeah, but me and my wife are great. I appreciate her. And again, thank you, babe, for all you do. What is love is what we're going to chat about. And I can assure you I'm not going to be up here singing to you, and I won't be spouting poetry. What I'm going to be talking about is love as it pertains to an action. We all in relationships get an opportunity to be loving to our partners at every given moment in time. Sure, there's a euphoria that we talk about when we talk about love, but love gets to be much bigger than that. It gets to be an action at all times. Are you with me? Okay. The first thing, love first. Excuse me. Before we get into love, I want to express one ground rule. And that ground rule is the only person I'm talking to in this room is you. This is critical because we can easily, if we're sitting with our partners and something I share, we can find ourselves saying to our partners when we go home, hey, what was shared was this, and you should be doing that. No. I'm only talking to you. In fact, I'm speaking a special dialect of English right now that only you can understand. Everyone sitting next to you, they have no idea what I'm saying. They're just simply hypnotized by my good looks. The only person I'm talking to is you, and you, because you're the only person that can understand me, you are the one charged with implementing what I will share into your relationship. Are you with me? Okay. Number 1, love looks like a concern for our partner's safety, not ours. What are some of the things that our partners may do that we may find completely irritating? Somebody, come on. I'm looking for 3. These are easy. Somebody. Not showing up on time. Not listening. Forgetting important things. Thank you. Love gets to be a conversation where we are telling our partners, you can be flawed. In fact, we get the opportunity to tell our partners, there is no limit to how flawed you can be in this relationship, and I will still be with you, and I will still take care of you. That is a level of love that many of us do not even know exists. It's called unconditional love. And it's a mouthful. And it's certainly not easy. Unfortunately, we can get into a habit or conversation where we believe that's too much. It's just too much to give someone an open invitation that says they can be flawed. But I want you to look at it a slightly different way. It is a lot. And because it's a lot, it is a huge gift that we can give our partners. We have the opportunity to give our partners a huge gift. And we get to be the first ones that do it. And that takes us to number 2. Going first. Going first means if there is something in my relationship that my partner or my relationship needs, I will bring it. I will bring it first, and I will bring it now. I was having a conversation recently with a great friend. She is actually the wife of a great friend. And I was sharing with her a frustration of mine. I said, I have an open invitation to my wife to give her a massage. Babe, if you want a massage, and mind you, my master's is in physical therapy, so I have a little bit of skill in the area. Open invitation. Babe, anytime you want a massage, let me know. I'm happy to give it to you. But she really doesn't. She will sit in the bed with her shoulder hurting, with a heating pad on her neck, and will rarely say, babe, would you give me a massage? I'm sharing this frustration with this friend, and she says, Frank, you have to go first. You're waiting on your wife to do something, anything. And in this case, you're waiting on her to let you know she needs the massage or wants the massage. Instead, just go give her a massage. And what's ironic and beautiful is she said this to me knowing this, because she reads my stuff. She's in conversation with me regularly. So I'm getting the benefits of this community that I'm helping to build in this conversation. What became clear to me is I get to go first all the time, and not just that, it doesn't take two, it just takes you. I am the one that gets to make the difference. Number 3. This is a big one for me. Love looks like curiosity. As I mentioned, I wasn't a good husband to my first wife. One of the places that I failed or faltered was in my curiosity. It was in my insensitivity. I genuinely was not interested or invested in what is she going through? What is her history? Why does she look at things like this? And more to the point, how can I be a better partner? Believe me, I was able to label her as insecure. I was able to label her actions as problematic in order to be able to write her off. But I was not able to ask the questions how can I be a better partner to a person with these particular challenges? And that matters only if she actually had those challenges. And she may not have. It could have been me with the problem. But curiosity would have gone a long way towards me finding the answers to many of the questions and challenges that we both had, and that I certainly could have done a better job making a difference in. Number 4, love looks like training. I fundamentally believe that frustration is God's way of telling us that we're not prepared to deal with something. As I mentioned, I was frustrated with my wife for the massage issue, not asking for a massage, and I did seek counsel. I asked for advice, but many of us don't. Many of us don't use our frustration as an opportunity to grow. We often will use our frustration as an opportunity to tell our partners what they should change or what they need to be doing. We will use our frustration to just sit in and get more frustrated. But we often do not seize the opportunity to develop our skills. Think of a boxer. And I'm not talking about any boxer. I'm talking about a boxer who's committed to being a champion. I'm talking not someone who just goes out and gets their head punched in. Think of a boxer who gets hit with a certain punch several times. Number one, the punch is going to hurt. Number two, it's going to probably be frustrating. However, that frustration is going to lead to learning, at least I hope. That boxer, in his best day, is going to go back to his trainer and say, hey, how do I avoid getting hit by this punch in the future? May watch videotape to see the same thing. May ask other fighters the same thing. Because I can assure you, a boxer cannot at any time say to their sparring partner, stop hitting me like that. That hurts. And they certainly can't say it to their opponent. What they get to do is develop new skills. And so in relationships, we get the opportunity to develop ourselves way before we ask our partners to do anything. The work is ours. And the work is that empowers us to make sure that we are doing the work. Make sure we are developing the skills at all times. Number 5. Now this is a fun one. Love looks like marketing. Now, what in the world could I be talking about? Give me a product. Somebody give me a product that you've seen a commercial for an endless number of times. What? Rough Rider? One more. Say it again. Toothpaste. Thank you. And what brand? Colgate. There you go. Colgate. Now, the first time you saw that Colgate commercial, they got the smiling teeth. They're telling you what the benefit of the product is. They're rocking it out. You're feeling good. They're feeling good. Now, the second time you see that product advertised, is Colgate saying to you, hey, I told you the first time that I had a product that would benefit you. What's going on? How come you haven't bought me yet? Colgate isn't saying that. How about the third time? The third time is Colgate saying to you, hey, you're getting on my nerves. I spoke to you about this already. I feel like you're ignoring me. How about the seventh time? The seventh time, does Colgate say to you, listen, I'm sick of you. I've been expressing, I want you to buy this, and you're not taking any action. I'm leaving. Is that what Colgate does? No, not at all. In fact, it said that it takes 7 impressions, 7 times for us to connect with a potential consumer in order for them to take action. And the action we're talking about in this case is for them to buy our product. However, many of us in relationships are getting angry at our partners when they don't do what we want them to do after we've expressed that we want them to change 1 time, 2 times, 7 times. But our partners have a history of probably decades that precede us. They've been doing whatever it is they're doing that we don't like for probably their lifetime. And we're getting angry at them because they're not changing. How absurd. And think, we're not just talking about a one-time purchase. It's 7 times for a one-time purchase. And then after that, most likely they're going to try the product. They're going to like the product if it's a good product. And then they'll come back and buy more. They just need them to take action once. We want our partner to change the way they function or the way they do something. But we're not willing to be patient with them. We're often approaching them with anger, disdain, irritation, and it's not healthy for anyone in that dynamic. So, love looks like marketing. We get to deal with our partners with the same smile, with the same patience that the Colgate commercial deals with you and I as it repeats itself over the course of many, many impressions. I got to tell you, as I mentioned, I don't have all of this down. I am completely flawed. I have my challenges, and it is critical to me that you hear the things that I'm sharing with you, digest them, consider them, but prepare yourself to give them right back to me. Because my family needs you, I need you, and hopefully you need me and the services of my family. It doesn't take 2, it just takes you, and I am your brother. And I hope that you walk out of here knowing I'm your brother, and I care about you, and I want to see your relationship be successful. Do you hear? Okay. As my brother, the comedian George Wallace says, I love you, and there is absolutely nothing that you can do about it. To the success of you and your family. Thank you.